So here we are in the 1924 B70 prototype, and this is basically the oldest Chrysler to exist, and I am riding in it. It was one of approximately 5 prototypes that Walter Chrysler had made. He had owned the Maxwell company, and he wanted to have a car that had his name on it. And so this was the vehicle that he produced for himself to carry his name. And it's believed out of the prototypes that this is the one that he actually drove and rode in to do the evaluation to give the green light to the production cars. Now, it was first shown in 1924 at the New York Auto Show, and the story goes that he put it in the lobby of the hotel so that everyone who came into the building saw his car first. It's not quite sure if he actually had a Chrysler Maxwell display in the building. It seems he did, but this might have been in that one. This one might have been in the lobby, but in any case, this was one of the show cars, and now we're riding in it. And your name is?
Neil.
Neil, what's it like to drive this vehicle?
Throw back in history.
What's it like how's the steering? What's it feel like?
It's pretty stiff. I mean, it's, actually a normal car.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's no play.
Well, it's a 201.5 cubic inch 6-cylinder engine with a 3-speed manual transmission. And a big deal for it was the hydraulic brakes. And Chrysler wanted hydraulic brakes as standard equipment. You could get them on other things, but they were on luxury vehicles and they were an expensive add-on. This was actually built in the Maxwell-Chalmers plant, which was on Jefferson Avenue, which isn't that far away from where we are. And Chrysler has always owned this vehicle. It was never sold. It was never given away. It's been in the collection ever since 1924. And as you can see, it's still in running condition. Unlike a lot of cars that manufacturers keep, they just put them on a shelf to look at. This one, it's actually out. It's driving. We're riding in it. What a glorious experience! And it's a touring car, so seats in the back, and this roof, this top will lift off. And this car was from 1924, but we're doing the 100th anniversary now because the Chrysler Corporation dates from June the 6th, 1925. So he was selling these cars, he was building and selling cars before it actually became the Chrysler Corporation. But this is just an incredible, I don't see a key. Where it doesn't have a key?
No.
So prototype wouldn't have needed that.
Correct.
It does have a lever for ignition and parking, and then the 3 speeds. Here we have a very simple dashboard. We have amps, oil, temperature, and gasoline. There is no key because it's a prototype. You don't need one. So instead, we have a little lever that goes from ignition to start to park, and then a choke for the carburetor. And from there, it's just away we go. And as well, I can see that you can retard the spark from the steering wheel. Why would you do that?
That's how it was back in the day.
So basically, you had to control what the distributor was doing.
Correct.
And we have these bucket headlights and the radiator mascot. This car predates seat belts, it predates airbags, it predates crumple zones. I'm an old car hobbyist myself, and we go by the premise of, well, if something happens, you hose off the dash and sell it to the next person. The 6-cylinder engine under the hood is a 201.5 cubic inch displacement, makes a whole 68 horsepower. And of course, that's not much, but the car doesn't weigh all that much. And so from sitting here, it feels like more than enough power. And remember, back in 1924, the roads didn't exactly look like this. So, you know, most people wouldn't be driving it that fast anyway. But from the passenger seat, it's more than enough. And now, a lot of there were hundreds of automakers back in the 1920s, and most of them, they either didn't last very long or they were gone by the end of the Second World War. Chrysler is one of those that still exists, 100 years old, along with Dodge, which is also part of Stellantis, and it's just happy 100th, Chrysler. This is the experience of a lifetime. One of the prototypes, the oldest Chrysler still in existence, and here we are, and we're riding in it. This is incredible. Thank you, Neil.
No problem.
We're riding or driving in a number of these vehicles, and you can find out more in our article at Driving.ca.